Welcome to this weekly outlook. So we're still looking at the dollar index. So looking at the key levels, what you want to see is where did the market break upward or break downward? Or basically, you want to understand the highs and the lows based off monthly, weekly, daily. And then even if you want, you can go to the lower time frame. So those are the things we always look at. So we look at the high, we look at the low, we look at the engulfing candles, which is the breakup or the breakdown. And we all do this in relation to time. So looking at the dollar index from the monthly time frame, where is the high, where is the low, where is the engulfing? And is it a bearish engulfing or a bullish engulfing? Those are the things that determine our supports and resistance areas. So this is our high base of the monthly, and then this is our low base of the monthly. And then this is where the market broke from. In other words, this is our engulfing candle, this. So we want to see where market broke, which is this area, that becomes our resistance area. That being said, this is also a monthly high. The month has just closed, so that is a monthly high. And then this is also monthly low. So these are our potential support, resistance, and resistance areas. And then when we can no longer see more highs and more lows, that's when we can come to a lower time frame, a time frame that is near the present one, so that we can begin to also see more of the same principle. In that case, we come to our weekly time frame, and then on our weekly time frame, we get to see that this is the resistance area, and also this is the resistance area, and then we get to have a new weekly low, which is this. So now you have support, monthly support, and a weekly support. So once you have that, you can begin to go to other lower time frames, which will have, in that case, we shall have our daily time frame, and we want to see exactly how price is behaving around here. So you can see here the dollar index is ranging in a way that it is weak, but it is ranging. There is no good trend here yet. But then all you can see is that these were previous daily highs, and the market seems to fail to break them. And then now we have our previous daily lows here. So this now narrows our trading to this region here. So as long as the market still is rejected from breaking above here, there is a higher chance we could actually hit downwards. So it's as simple as that. So because of this resistance here, the daily highs which are not being taken out, we can conclusively have a better probability that the dollar index is going to, the dollar is going to be weak because it's failing to take away the highs. So that is it. But then if this is violated, then we have another resistance and then another resistance here. Yeah. So with that being said, we can go to another pair, which is not dollar. We've been tracking this pair. So let's see how it will play out this week. That is Gbpchf, the pound Swiss. So again, looking at the pound Swiss from the highest time frame possible, in this case, we're using the monthly time frame. We want to be able to understand where the market is, where is our engulfing, where is our highs and then our lows. So you can see here, these are monthly highs, and then this was our monthly low. The same way we have this all-time low here. And then what else do we need to look at? We need to look for engulfing. So if you can see clearly here, this candle is an engulfing candle. But what did it engulf? It took away this high and then this high. So we can have just the combination of this as our support area, because this single candle took away these highs. Once we have that, we can also look left, which is this side. We look at, there's an engulfing candle here, and then it took away this. And then once we don't have any more information, we can come to a lower time frame, which is the weekly time frame. And on the weekly time frame, this is what we get to have. So you can begin to see the same principle, whereby if you had an engulfing candle, in that scenario, this engulfing candle took away these highs. So this becomes your support. The same way we have this now as our support, and then we have our possible resistance area here, and then we have another area where the engulfing candle happened here. So once we don't have much, we can now come to our daily, and on the daily you can clearly see how price is actually behaving. So this was our support area. In this support area here, we saw price bouncing off here, and then now prices seem to have the tendency of coming back into this. So this is what we shall have to be watching. And then we don't forget that this is our daily high that we can begin to monitor price from. So it's as simple as that. All right, so let's go to one more pair that we've also been tracking that is not related to the dollar, or also to the Swiss and the yen, the Swiss and the pound. So we've been tracking this Audnzd for some time now. We want to see whether we can actually have a trading opportunity on it. All right. Okay, so we go to our highest possible time frame, which is our monthly. Although we have the yearly, we've been looking at the yearly candles previously. So when you come to the monthly, we want to see our lows and highs. So this is our low of the month with a wick that eventually will have to be filled. And then we have our monthly highs, which were this. And then now what do we have? We have this candle here engulfing these lows, meaning taking these lows. So this becomes our resistance area. And also not forgetting that this is our monthly high. So once we don't have any more information, now the reason why we're not marking these lows is because they have been raided by these lows. So this makes more sense. So we can come to the nearest time frame, in that case, which is the weekly. And on the weekly, you can clearly see here what is happening and how price is holding this as a resistance. So then we can now maybe come to another time frame, which is the daily time frame. And on the daily time frame, we can clearly see what is happening here. So we have the whole of this as our resistance area, and price seems to be holding here. So the question is, if this is our support, and then now price is here, ranging here, all we want to see is that if price is unable to break above this to continue, then it could actually head back down here, because this is a resistance area based of the monthly. So that is what we shall have to see and wait to see. And then finally going to one more pair in that case, which is the Bitcoin, that's been trending well. See, so let's look at the Coinbase Bitcoin. So looking at it from the monthly time frame also, this is our all-time high, which is the 68,000 price area for Bitcoin. So what can actually happen here is that we could actually have this high taken out, Bitcoin forming a new high, and then possibly drop down to where. So we want to see a strong engulfing candle. If you look at this candle here, it took away this high and all of these highs here. So this becomes our next support area, right? So now we have price in between this support and then this resistance here. We can now come to a lower time frame, which is the weekly. Now this weekly candle has not yet closed, but if you look at on the left here, you see this, there was a break here because of this bearish engulfing candle, and now price is ranging around here. But we have resistance and then resistance. Then coming on to the daily time frame, this is what we have on the daily. So we're waiting for price around this support area. And then also here is price ranging this resistance. Even if you come to your lowest time frame, like the 1 hour, you can begin to see what is happening. Yeah, so price is here ranging. So is it possible that we can actually have some trading opportunities here? What we want to see is that if this high can be cleared, or if it can hold price, then we can have a scalping opportunity. Otherwise, it's best to wait for price to come to an all-time high, takes it out, and then drop down. So that's what we have on today's week. Looking at some of the fundamentals, we have starting up on Monday. We have no, so all right. So I think the main thing we have at 10:30 a.m. is the Swiss, the CHF CPI, which is the Swiss, and then going on to Tuesday, we shall have the Bank of Japan speech, and then yes, and then finally we have